Oh, there she is.
Oh,
there I am.
Okay, well, it's August 30th. And here's our director chat, but super excited because here is the queen of all things, just all things Pampered Chef bookings, which I love this, but I think she's going to do a little bit about, how we can finish off our August too. So thank you so much, Marna. We appreciate you. We love
And
you. I'm just
Patty, would you mute all before Marna gets started?
okay.
And
Give me 1 sec. Let me just mute everybody. Mute all.
thank you.
You're gonna have to unmute then.
There we go. I couldn't see my face to get myself unmuted. So, hey, you guys, happy Monday morning. Good Lord. I get the call from Patty and Nancy Joe, like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. Hey, do you want to talk on a call? Oh, sure. When? Tomorrow morning. Oh, okay, sure. So here we are. I kind of threw things together as I always do. So y'all know how I just talk off the cuff. Yes. So this is not a scripted chat. It's just some ideas that I put together. So thanks for being here. And so here's what I want to start out with is that I don't know about you guys, but my team was in a coma this summer. Anybody with me? Anybody's team pretty much in a coma, like medically induced coma, I believe. And I think there's lots of reasons for it. I mean, the obvious are that the restrictions were lifted from COVID and people felt that they could live their lives. And me too. And I did take some time this summer to enjoy, but I also worked my business. But I have a lot vested. How many of you would say that you have way more vested in this than your team? Okay. So for team members who are not directors, who can choose to do this or not do this, I think a lot of them just chose not to do it this summer, or they did it very, very sporadically. And so I'm just throwing that out there, not to be Debbie Downer, but to just let you know that I believe that if that was your situation this summer, that it was mine too a little bit, and that I have every confidence that we are going to have a boom fall. But we have to figure out what it's going to take to spark everybody, to wake them up and get them going. So the companies, offered some things this month. So we'll talk about some of those. But I always like to try to think of a name for what I'm going to chat about. So this one is going to be all about use it, don't lose it. And we're going to talk about what the company offers and how to maximize what they offer. Because, so many times we think about, oh my God, what can I do to inspire people? What can I offer? What prize can I give them? Well, you know what? I could give my right arm to some people and they wouldn't do it. Not that anybody wants this right arm. It's not worth a darn anyway, the rest of the body either. But it's not always just a gift. It's inspiration. You know what they need? They need a little bit of success and they should be able to go. So we're going to talk about getting a little bit of success and some things under the belt. But you got to think about what's happening this time of year. So any business, whether you're running, a coal store or whether you're running a travel agency, whatever business, they think about what is happening right now in the world. What things are people thinking about? What are people doing? And how can we use those things to build our brand or our business? Think about when you walk into Target, that dollar section at the front end. How many of you scrounge around in that dollar section? Whatever is happening in the world is happening in the dollar section at Target. So go look at Target's dollar section. It will tell you where you should focus your marketing. So let's talk about, some of you will have to either put it in the chat because I need somebody to talk back to me. So what things are happening like right now? What's top of mind on everybody's, like this time of year, what's top of mind? What things are happening?
Back to school.
Absolutely. I mean, even me, I've got, no children going back to school, thank you, Lord. But I have grandkids going back to school and I see it in the shops, and that's top of mind. What else is top of mind right now? What's happening in the world right now? Freezer meals for busy school year, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kids are going to be hopefully staying and going to school. They're going to come home hungry. We have snack bar makers. We've got easy meal prep ideas, end of summer celebrations, COVID cooking. How about the holiday that's coming up? We've got Labor
Already
Day.
sold out of Halloween decorations.
Who
That's
is-
emergency.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about that. It is not too early to talk fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas, because guess what? Christmas is in stores already. And if we wait, we're going to miss that market. So we've got to figure out what everybody is doing. Dorms, college, snacks for schools, school, college, that kind of thing. And even the things that we don't even want, not even the not so good things. For instance, in my area, there are restaurants that are not open every day. How many of you are experiencing that? You can't go out to eat maybe Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday, or maybe 2 of those 3 nights. Why? Because they can't get the help. They can't get people to serve, so they can't even service it. So when you think about what do people need, well, they can't go out to eat certain days of the week. So maybe we can piggyback on that and kind of like what I think it was, I forget who said, brag the objection. We've got a problem. So here's the solution. And we're going to talk about, what we can make. So what can you do right now to impact your business? But as leaders, the biggest thing is to impact your team's business, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to do this all alone. I don't want teams on my team to just have to do the 5,000 themselves. I mean, it's good for my paycheck and their paycheck when they do 5,000. But the whole idea of Pampered Chef is that as leaders, we're to give people ideas. And if we're burned out and don't have any ideas, it's hard. So we've got to get ourselves inspired. So that's what I'm here for. Like rah, rah, cheer, cheer. It's not working, I can tell, but we'll work on it anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 25% off electric sale. The company gave us that sale for a very specific reason, and it was to boost large sales. Okay, so we'll go back to, Kohl's or whatever. If Kohl's had a 25% off sale and they didn't advertise it and they didn't send out coupons and they didn't give you the little scratch offs and they just did nothing, and the only way you'd maybe find out is if you happen to walk in a Kohl's store, it wouldn't be a very successful sale. A sale like this requires it to be talked about, shared, and people have to be inspired and excited. Can I tell you that the 25% off electric sale the last week has completely changed my team because we focused on it. So I want to talk to you how you can focus on it for the next 2 days. And you're thinking, oh, it's the end of the month, there's no time. There is time. Because how many of you would agree that sometimes if something stretches out for 2 weeks, it loses steam anyway. But towards the end of an incentive or something, you start to build momentum. We're going to build momentum in 2 days for those electrics. 24-hour sale like Nancy Joe's talking about, 48-hour sale, whatever you want to call it. So I personally call it my friends and family sale. And you have to get your team on board with this for the next 2 days. So what we did in our team is first I went live in my team page and shared with them how the company is offering this 25% discount. It's our job to get the word out, because the company can send a few emails, right? But we need to really be the ambassadors of this huge news. This is very exciting, and especially on big items. So look, what I did is I created a hashtag. You've done this before. Mine's called just electric success. And I said, for every time you sell an electric appliance in the next 48 hours, you go on our team page and you hashtag electric success. If we have at least 20, then I will do a giveaway. Okay. Now I am giving away any choice of an electric appliance. You might say, oh, heck no, I can't afford that kind of big of a gift. And I totally respect that. Give them something out of your crap closet. I don't care what you give away. But the whole point is this dumb hashtag. And people I have to put a hashtag and which appliance they sold. We have sold so many electric appliances because we're focusing on that one thing for 2 days. So then I give them ideas, and you can do the same, of how they can market it. They should take a picture of their favorite electric appliance, a personal picture, holding it, putting that on social media. Oh my gosh, I love this air fryer. Can you tell it's my BFF? but here's the news. I'm having a friends and family flash sale, and I can get this for you at 25% off. Or I have a smoking hot deal on this, message me for details. And that's what I prefer to do. I prefer not to put the 25% out there, but I prefer them to message me. So why do you think I want them to message me instead of just putting it out there?
If they can't afford to buy it, they can host next month.
You
Get
got
it 60%.
You got it. For one thing, when you put all the information out there, there's no opportunity to get that personal connection. I did it and I had 100 people message me at least, because I have a big social media presence. And that's another thing y'all should have your teams work on, but that's another session. So they can message me, and I had a set standard message back. Hey, thanks for commenting on my post about the smoking deal on our electrics. I can get you this, whichever one they want. So I usually will put a post out there. This is my favorite, but all of our electrics, I've got a deal on. Do you need a deluxe cooking blender? Do you need this? Put the 4 things in the post, have the message or comment which one they need or want. So when they message back, it's, I can get this for you. I can get for you at 25% off, which is an amazing deal. But I can also, if you be willing to do a quick, fast and fun party in September on Facebook, I can get it for you at 60% off. And here's the price it will be in September. Or if you just want everything, then here's a link to our starter kits, because that electric appliance, guys, is in the starter kit, right? All of them except the quick cooker can be part of a starter new consultant kit. So you can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. You can try to get them to buy it. You can try to get them to book parties, and you can try to get them to become a consultant. But you have to do that in private messaging. That's why I like to put posts out there that bring people to me, so I'm not chasing after them. I love it when people are messaging me or commenting, and that's what social media is all about, attracting people and then building that relationship, like Nancy Jo was saying, in a private message. It works, it works, it works. I had many, I did a shared rewards party in July, and I thought, surely I'm not going to be able to do one in August. And I mean, $9,000 later in shared rewards, I did a shared rewards because I could do the 25 plus the 25. So let's finish this thought about your team. If they don't want to do a shared rewards, which is foolish, but if they just want to do the 25% off, that alone is a good deal. Think about it. How much in sales does a host have to even get to a 25% discount? They have to have a $700 party, because it's only 10% through 600, right? So your team has to understand that this is a big deal, and they don't understand that. I promise you, they do not understand how to market it, what a good deal this is. So let's just throw the shared rewards idea out there. How many of these electric appliances would they have to sell to get to the 25 additional % off? 5, on average 5, right? Because they're on sale for $200, $269, $196, whatever they're on sale for. The sale price of the electric builds the shared rewards. So if it's the $349, the 2 appliances that are $349, those are $261.75 each. It really only would take 4 of those to build a $1,000 party, and then everybody gets 25% off. So I think they'd be crazy not to build the party as a shared rewards, even if they only gave them 2.5% extra. They don't have to promise the 25, but hey, there'll be an extra discount as a little gift from me, okay? And it's a 2-day party, that's it. And you focus on that. So if you will focus your energy on those electrics and get your team on board for the next 2 days, we can get sales, we can get recruits, and we definitely can get bookings with it, because now you're having conversations with people. All right. One of my directors also threw in that for each electric that she sold, she was giving a small gift. I think like with the, it could be with the blender, maybe it was that spatula that goes with it or something, but this is a pretty big sale that they're getting. So then I want you to think about what it would do for your team, or maybe one of your director teams, if some of the consultants on your teams got going and started selling $200 appliances, and what it would do for them. That's the other picture I painted. Look, if you sell one of these things, you're active. If you sell 2 of them, you're probably going to have a $500 sale, and you're going to get a $100 paycheck for a couple of minutes worth of work. What do you got to lose? All right, so enough on that. Any more comments on that? Because I don't want to belabor it, but it's one of my favorite things. We've been doing it since last week, and it's brought in, it saved many, many directorships. Okay. All right, and one thing I will say about that is that you can't just use social media. You have to use private message. You tell your team, send out 10 messages. Tell them I'm having a smoking hot deal on all of our appliances. You know, just wanted you to know, what do you think? I always end up, what do you think? One of my team members used Project Broadcast. She sent a message to every single person in her database by text, Project Broadcast. You send out customer connection emails, and the company is sending them out, but you want to have your ray line like something like 48-hour flash sale from Marna, or something that's different than just the company's blurb. You know, you don't miss out on this. Okay, so we're going to keep consultants, especially for anybody who needs sales in August. We're going to keep them in August by doing this. And then we're going to transition to September. I would suggest, you know, a booking blitz. We do a booking blitz every month, and I have a feeling you guys do too. But, you know, maybe try to theme the booking blitz and make it something kind of fun and exciting. So let's just say, I don't know, September is apple of your eye booking blitz. And you're going to, every time you get a booking, you're going to hashtag booking, I don't know, apple of my eye, and they have to post a picture, a GIF or a picture of an apple. I'm telling you, themes work. I don't know why people are drawn to having that commonality, but they are. So theme your booking blitz. If you want it to be back to school, you could say, you know, every time, you know, you book a party, you know, post, I got one, and post a picture of something for back to school. I'm kind of not connecting all the dots here, but you get the idea. Think of a theme, think of a hashtag that goes with that. And my booking blitzes usually last 4 days, not 1 day, not 2 days, usually 4 days, to give them plenty of time to get their bookings in. And then you can give a prize to the person who got the most bookings. You can give a prize, you can assign points. I usually do points. It's, you know, 1 point for a party and 10 points for a recruit. And we call it a business blitz, not a booking blitz, because I want them to look for recruits too. And if you call it a business blitz and have them focusing on both, you will start to see recruits come in. It's crazy. But I forget what we're calling ours. Oh, somebody came up with one. I'm saving like the fall theme for October, like the big pumpkin and all of that. So this month it's either got to be, I think it was apples that somebody came up with. So we create a group and we run it in a group. Anybody who joins then can participate and get the prizes and all of that. You could have the top 3. You could, however you want to do the prizes, and they don't have to be a lot. But what I do want to tell you about the prizes, I was talking to Nancy, Joan, and Patty about this, is does anybody have PC dollars that you freaking don't know what to do with anymore? Does anybody have excess PC dollars? Anybody? Not just me? Doreen, you must have some PC dollars. Yes? Like sitting around, like from recruiting or speaking at conference or whatever. If you do, did you know that for prizes, you can go in and place a personal order, and it can ship to anybody. It can ship to a customer, it can ship to a consultant, and you can pay for and you get your discount, right? Directors at least get 20 or 30% discount, and it'll ship right to your prize recipient, and the entire thing can be paid with PC dollars. I have like $3,000 in PC money sitting there. I don't even want, I mean, this is the cheapest way for me to send out prizes because they're free. I mean, to me, it's all play money anyway. PC dollars. I mean, who needs to buy 3,000 catalogs this season? Does anybody need that many anymore? Heck no. I don't need samples because I got all that. So, I mean, PC money to me was just sitting there. And so I'm using it to pay for prizes, incentives. Let's say you offer a brownie pan for a booking incentive. If push comes to shove, you can put it on the host order, but you can also just send it for $7.95 regular shipping. You can ship it out to your host. I just did this, paid for it with this PC money that's sitting there rotting, and I've got a business expense. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm done. All right. So back to your booking blitz though. Let's say your theme is apples. Let's just say. So what I'll usually do then is rummage around and find recipes that have to do with apples, because that excites consultants. They like recipes. Then I'll talk about, like, I'll come up with a post for them to put out there. Like, I don't know, if tell me what Pampered Chef product would be just the apple of your eye if you could get it in your kitchen. And they post that on Facebook. This is just off the cuff here. And then people again start commenting, oh my gosh, I would love to have this. I would love to have that. We're bringing recruit leads to us, and now we can respond back. Oh my gosh, you would love to have that 10 by 14 new cast iron baker. What would you think about getting it at a huge discount, 60% off for having a quick and fast and fun Facebook party? I could get you set up. So, all right. So I wanted to go back to, but what's happening in the restaurants being closed. So the point I was thinking about for that is using that as maybe a Monday, a minute with Marna on Mondays on my Facebook page. You know, hey, if your favorite restaurant is closed, here's a copycat recipe to use. So I thought of a whole bunch of, there's a spinach and artichoke dip that we've got out there that is Applebee's recipe, right? That new chicken sandwich that we just put in the new season's best, that could be for Chick-fil-A or whatever, or Applebee's or whatever. But try to think of some fun marketing thing to offer your customers a service based on what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is that they can't eat at their favorite restaurants. So what if we came out with, here's a recipe to try on Minute with Marna Monday, and make this and feed your family and try to get some sales from it. Another thing that happened this month that we could maybe use was the Taste Buds free sample. How many of you, were somewhat excited or like going, what the heck, why are we doing this? The Taste Buds, right? So the idea behind that was so that our customers actually got a taste of Taste Buds. But again, just like everything else, friends, if we do nothing with that incentive that the company gave us, we're going to lose out. And I can tell you there's other directors out there that are thinking of ways to figure out how to extrapolate that out. So what could we do with our teams? What could we tell them to do that would help our business? They got a free sample of Taste Buds. So what could we do with that idea? What could we do?
I think it would be fun to take or post something in your VIP group, or, say, hey, if you got a sample of Taste Buds and tried it, share the recipe you made and, enter them in a drawing or something.
Yeah, getting your customers to be your ambassadors. Yes, I got it. Yes, I made it. I love it. Take a picture. Nancy Jo was saying those are great ideas. We also can run a report of who got Taste Buds for free. So you'll look up, I think it was like PB 187. You'll look up what that item number was, and you'll run a report, and you'll have every single person. You could do a message to them saying, hey, I hope you're enjoying your Taste Buds sample that you got. I'd love to offer you an extra recipe for that 3 onion rub. What would you think? Okay, I'm not going to just send it to them. I want them to message me back. Oh my gosh, yes, I'd love it. So I will say, I don't think the company does a great job of giving us recipes that use our rubs. Like that 3 onion rub, I searched and I found one recipe, and it's for cauliflower soup. And you can find it on Consultants Corner. So just search 3 onion rub, that recipe will come up, and that's the recipe that I would email them and say, oh my gosh, here it is. And so I don't know if you're familiar with Taste Buds, but what we have, and then you can explain it. So you have a canned message that you'll send to all of these people who got a sample of Taste Buds. You could start posting recipes that you've made with Taste Buds, because Taste Buds are here to stay as far as I know. And the consultants who are winning in this game are somewhat focusing on it, right? They're using what we've got so we don't lose it. So think about what that happened just in August. It'll be fresh on people's minds. Your consultants, they need to understand how to market and how to use that to build business for September. Okay. So you're always looking for a reason for people to either comment back to, message you, or a reason for you to message out. Because I mean, I started my business and the faces that I see here, we've been in this business a long time. So I started my business with cooking show customers and hosts who I believe tend to be more loyal than maybe the contacts that I've made through Facebook. And I think it's because I was a real person. I was in their home. We made a connection. And so part of my thought for this fall is trying to get my team to understand, especially these girls that are Facebook only, how to get a face and a personality and a person behind in their business, interject that. And I'm recommending they do, videos of, welcome videos and thank you videos and quick videos about the only way that I know of that we can do it in a virtual party, right? Video. I mean, think about when you scroll Facebook, the first posts that nobody reads are the ones that are this long with no picture. How many of you agree? If you see those boring, long old posts, you go and go right by. I can tell you that they're putting that kind of stuff in parties. Then the next one, of course, is some kind of picture. And if there's at least a picture, it might catch my attention. But if it's just a stock Pampered Chef picture, and it's been used a million times, it's not as exciting as the picture of them in their kitchen with their children. Encourage your consultants, make it a project that they start taking pictures when they're in their kitchen with products of their food so that they can use their personal pictures in their marketing of the business. It makes such a huge difference, right? Huge difference. And then the ones that I stop and really look at are video, guys. When I'm scrolling Facebook, video is what stops me, and that stops my scroll. Well, a lot of our Facebook businesses have been built on just copying and pasting these same photos over and over and over, right? So maybe this fall, we find a way to do a team challenge or explain to people why they have to do this, because they have to build, they've got to get a face to their business. They've got to put their personal stamp on it in order to survive. And because that's what we have, because we got it through our interaction with people at parties. So that's another idea I have, that we've got to change the trajectory. Now, I know you guys have all had training on table, and I understand that it's going to be real easy to do video and blah, blah, but I'm also fearful that it's going to be real easy to just do the copy and paste like we're so used to doing, okay? And I mean, it sells products, but the relationships don't build as easily as they used to, okay? So another thing that you want to then focus on, so we're in September, it's back to school. It is not too early to start focusing on gift giving, Halloween, like somebody mentioned, Thanksgiving. So start getting images and ideas in your parties right now and give them to your team. If they're not good with searching out stuff, I mean, this is what I do for my team, and tell me if you guys do this also. I mean, every single day in my team page, I post two things. I post a business tip in the morning, and at night I post a recipe, a game to use in their parties, an interactive post to put. I feed them what I find, okay? Because I spend a lot of time looking and on Facebook. So when I'm scrolling Facebook, how many of you have found a really cute post? You think, oh my God, this would be so cute. And you click on the photo and you save it. How many of you do that? You know, you find something really good and you save it.
Yeah.
Right? How many of you have so many freaking pictures, you don't even know where it is or how to use it. And it's just, you know, like clogging up your phone. So here's what I do at the beginning of the month. So here we are starting in September. I get a note that says September dates 1 through 30, AM, PM. And as I find things on Facebook, guys, all I do is I right click on the photo and I get right over to my business group, my dream team page, and I put it in a post and I schedule it for one of the days of the month. This way I have my whole social contact planned for my team, and I'm not digging through a bunch of photos. I just schedule it right away. And so I can look at my list and say, okay, I need something for September 3rd. And I go right down the list, or sometimes I'll, you know, hop around, but I'll figure out when I want to put it. And there's always something. Your team needs to be fed. And I mean, look, nobody did this for me, right? And I know you're all going to say, nobody did that for me, right? Nobody gave me posts every single day. But you know what, guys, we're different. That's why we are where we are, because we're different than everybody else. And if I can help my team, guess what? It helps me. It helps me. So let's see, somebody asked, is there on your personal team page or your organization? Okay, Holly, you can do it on either. I mean, I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't have a personal team page anymore because I just couldn't keep up with it. I thought I was losing my mind half the time. So I just have an org page and I post it in my org page for everybody to use. I don't care if it's a downline 5 generations down. It doesn't matter. Anybody can use this stuff and it only can help. And I can't tell you this, like this electric thing that we had going on, that was an org wide thing because my org page is for anybody, no matter how far down. If you want to do it on your personal page only, absolutely. But I don't know. I just think we have to affect the greater good. And if your downline directors are rock stars, then you probably don't have to do it. But if they're not rock stars, then you do it. What difference? It's all going to come, to your paycheck no matter what. So doing that scheduling, first of all, saves you a step. You just schedule right away and it feels so good to have something to feed them each day. Now I have used, Mary, quite contrary, who used to be with Pampered Chef and she does Doggone Virtual. Anybody remember?
Mary Haynes.
Mary Haynes.
Mary
Yeah.
Haynes.
So for $26, she sells a template of that business post for the morning. And for $26, it was worth it to me. And I have been buying it from her since March. I buy her template and then that's my morning post. Now it's only an image. So sometimes I have to add the content like the tips from the top and all of that jazz. But it just takes one thing off my plate. And then in the evening, that's when I post the fun stuff, the games, they love recipes. And then I try to tie it into a training that I've done, like, hey, we're trying to sell quick cookers this month. Here's a great quick cooker. Like I posted a breakfast casserole, try to tie it all together. Anyway, I guess my biggest message would be to figure out what you can do that the rest of the girls out there aren't doing, or the guys. What could you do that would change your team's success and your success? I mean, many of us are personally successful. Many of us on this call, probably all of us, have a rockin' personal business. But what happens when we leave, like these Jane and Bambi, or we want to retire someday? I don't know about you, but I want to leave a legacy of people that will continue on long after I'm gone. And I have to equip them and I have to give them the vision that they can do anything they want with the business. So I need to equip them. My directors have to, be connected and show them the way, and they will find the way. But we need inspiration for right now. So just a few little ideas can spark interest. A little success in the next 2 days. If somebody sells an electric, you post, oh my gosh, congratulations, you just earned a $40 commission. I mean, because a $200 product, the minimum that they're going to earn is 20%. Really, really beef it up and make it exciting and see how your team responds and how you respond. And it just rejuvenates you when you have that little bit of success. So that's what I thought of for you today. I can ramble forever, but what do you think? Do you have any questions? I'd love your, thoughts to extrapolate out any of these ideas. So what are you going to do after this chat? What's one thing you're going to go, okay, I'm doing this like right now. What are you going to do?
Well, what do you call it here? Gosh, everything, Marna. So I love your idea of is it every month booking blitz? You do that every month?
Every single month.
Okay. So I don't know that I'm consistent about that, but I like that. So I think I should be doing that. I love the idea. I used to just put those posts in SendShare, but I love the idea of just putting them there and scheduling them, like this way you have the content. So I love your idea of seeing a great post and then, scheduling it out for the next month or whatever. So I love that idea. So those are just, there's a million other things I love. And this is going back to the beginning, but you said something about like what's happening right now. You said go to the Target and look at the dollar section because that's what's happening. I'm like, I always go to the dollar section and I never thought about it like that before, but that's brilliant.
Yeah,
I
they
love
change
that.
it, change it every couple of weeks. It's always something new. Because if we stay stagnant in what we post, if we just post the same old, I mean, we've got oh, look at the magazine section, Laurel says. That's a great one too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think of what's top of mind and how can I use what's happening right now. And the great thing is that we're so nimble in this business, we can make a decision today and run with it, right? Like we're saying, we can run a 48-hour sale. Do you think a big corporation could turn this around? Heck no, but we can.
Yeah. But what about on your business page? What do you use? What's some daily content or some, because they say don't post, buy me, join my team, join my team. So what are the kinds of things that you do in there?
Well, I was talking to Julie Gizzy a while ago, and Julie, I mean, she's brilliant with the video idea. So what Julie does is every single day on her business page, she does a short video, some kind of snippet, just grabs whatever thing she's using and talks about it, a product. It's not sell a product, it's just showing a product. But the great thing is that once you post it on your public business page, it's now shareable for your parties. It's shareable to go anywhere. See, I was always like recording them on my personal page or recording them in my VIP group, but then they can't be seen by everybody if they're not your friend or if they're not in the group. But your business page videos are shareable and anybody can see them because your page is public. So there you go. So Marna, you post on personal page versus business page. I have always posted in my business group, my VIP group. There's about 1,300 in there. But honestly, guys, lately it's not been getting much exposure. The algorithms on Facebook are goofy. Like I did my friends and family sale in my VIP group. I could barely get anybody to even see it or comment on it. It was crazy. So I did some on my business page. I do a mix of both. I am not great at scheduling on my, your business page. I don't even know if you can schedule. I know you can on your VIP group. I don't know, can you? I don't know if you can use Facebook schedule it on a page. You can't on your personal profile, right? That you can't pre-schedule. Does anybody know?
I know you can do it in SynShare. You could actually schedule in SynShare.
For your page.
No, you can use the
Scheduler.
Creative Studio in Facebook. Just go to your Facebook business page. It talks about scheduling a post or Creative Studio.
Perfect.
And actually, because I do that every week, and it lets me, because I have my business page, Facebook business page and Instagram linked. So I can actually post to both at the same time with the same post.
That's awesome. And I do reuse the post, or sometimes what I'll do, let's say I find a good post, I'll post it in my personal page or my, in my business group, my team page. Okay, go to my team page, I'll get it scheduled. I might schedule it on my VIP group one day and maybe post it on my business page another, so that it's not, the same day. I might stagger it a little bit. But, using social media is, I'm just a baby. There's so many experts out there, and, you chat about Instagram, and I feel like, like big loser here because I've taken all the classes and I understand it, but I just don't do it. I focus more on Facebook, which is probably going to be the death of me. But something else, smoking cigarettes will be the death of me. I don't even smoke. I don't know. Maybe secondhand smoke could do me in. I don't know. But look, go ahead.
Have you, do you mind me asking this, like knowing what Pampered Chef has on the table for table, and that we're trying to be a step ahead of Facebook regulations and Facebook, holding us prisoners.
Yeah.
What is going to be your marketing plan for your business in regards to using table, advertising on Facebook, but then having your shows on tape? I hate to put you on the spot like that, but I'm just wondering about a great mind and how you thought it through.
Well, I think it's good. I'm not an early adopter. Let's just go with that. I am not the girl who wants to test out a program and tell you all, like, here's how to fix it. I want somebody to hand me a perfect system and say, it's ready to go. So if you're an early adopter, you can get in there and you can, work within table. My thought is this. Okay, first of all, Facebook has been pretty darn good to me, even with all the glitches, even with the problems. I've been in JAIL more times than probably any of you, but it still is my most, the system that has gifted me with a huge, huge business today. I don't think that's going away, at least not right now. So if I'm gonna do table, and I will, for my team, they are struggling right now trying to figure out the templates and all of that. Because you know why? Because they are so used to me handing them a template every single month for Post My Party. And I've done it for years. It's all done. They have to just edit it and they run with it. Bad for me, but great for them. And I don't have a template for them for table. And so they're like deer in the headlights. They cannot do it because they've never had to do it. So my thought is that I have got my month filled with Facebook parties. That business is going to run. And then I'm going to look for those guinea pig people to test it out. And I'm going to test it out with one of my own parties first. I'm not, because look, this is too important of time of year for me to say, oh, let me do an untested for me. It's been tested by the company, but it's not been tested by me. I have to test it before I roll it out. I had one consultant who was adamant she wanted to start all her parties on table September 1. Didn't know S from Shinola. And I said, you can't, you have to test this. You've got to, it's going to be a great program, friends. I have no doubt it's going to be a great program. And for those of you who've had training and you're already building templates and playing with it, you're going to be way ahead. And it's coming and it's going to be part of our business. So no matter what, I'm going to adapt to it. But I don't think I have to just roll over and just change everything tomorrow, because I think that would be a poor business decision on my part. And I don't think the company ever intended for us to do that. I don't think they intended us to abandon what we know and have been using. But it's kind of like when I rolled into virtual. I mean, I still kept my foot in the cooking show business as long as I could until COVID hit. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't just go, well, that's it. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but my thoughts are it's going to take, I mean, I need at least the month of September to keep going with what I'm doing and then building and trying and testing. And because I have to pave the way. My team members would not know how to do this, guys, even though they say it's so clear and everything. It's because they aren't used to building templates. They don't understand what goes into it. Now, table is completely different too. From everything I've read, Christy McDaniel has done great trainings. Teresa Brown has done amazing videos. But the whole thing is it's a totally different animal. You get people in there once, they look at all your posts, they click the link, and away they go. They don't come back every single day. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I'm hearing. But my whole thought is, oh my gosh, why can't I just build a link tree? Why don't I just build a link tree that's really good, like some of these girls have done, and send that out to my host and say, hey, or send this to 25 people. There's my party. I'm done. Because all they're doing is looking at videos, looking at recipes. Linktree will do that for you. It's kind of like a Linktree, guys. It's really, if you think about it, it's just a place to collect videos, collect posts. They go and they look at them all. There's the order link. Boop, let me order and I'm done.
Yeah, and I think the challenge is to get engagement, to communicate.
Oh, look at Danielle says, I did my first 2 parties on table last week and love it. The templates are done already. So I'm really glad that you say that, Danielle, because that's the issue that my people say. They don't really even understand that a template is a one-day template, but that you can load like multiples of those templates at once. So Danielle, is that what you did, is load a whole bunch?
Yeah, I did like what you said. And I did do a mock party so that I could see how it went. And my husband was the host, I am totally loving it and I'm making the switch. I am just on board completely. I love it. I love the fact that I have all my contact information from every single guest that's in the party. So I feel like I have a better chance of making those relationships and those connections because I have their phone number, I have their email, whereas on Facebook, if you don't get a friend request or get accepted from a friend request, you're out, right?
Right.
So I'm really excited about it. And yes, they have the posts set in the morning and they just scroll through and look at them, but they do have the games on there. So there are people that are going to be engaged. And just like with Facebook, there are people that are going to be engaged and there's people that aren't going to be engaged.
Well, and I mean, guys, I mean, if I get the results, if they buy and they'll book parties, I don't care if I sit there and chat about what's their favorite hamburger topping all day long, because I really don't give two rats about all that. All I do that for is to get the engagement. If I don't need to do that. So what were your results, Danielle, as far as sales go? Relatively speaking.
Patty, would you pull Danielle and split the screen?
Yeah, let me find her. Hold on. Now, you know what? Let me just hear. There she is. Okay, hold on here.
And I want to preface that Danielle has been doing 15-minute
Right.
texting parties 2 nights a week.
No,
Sorry, messenger parties, right?
not texting. Yeah. Mhm.
Messenger
Yeah.
parties. 2 nights a week. She does anywhere from 3 to 4 of them. And for months, that's how she runs her business. And I
Awesome.
mean, we're talking $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 in sales every month. So, so Danielle, it really is, this is a perfect segue into table because of the way your customers have seen you do business. They're coming once, they're seeing the post, and then they're buying, right? Over the next few days.
Love it.
So
Correct.
would you, and how is it to get bookings from those? Because
Yeah.
it's really going to be very similar to what you're doing already, right?
Absolutely. So, just like with anything else, I really believe it's all about the connection that we have with our host and working with our host and making them understand the benefits of getting those bookings, right? Because we want those bookings for them so that they can get that $50 credit. Like, what an amazing thing Pampered Chef has given us. So if we, as the consultant, work with our host right from the beginning, letting them know how valuable it is for them to start thinking of which one of your friends might, want to host a party too, because at each party, you're going to get a 40% off. And then when we have your 3 parties, then you'll get the $50 credit. So I think just working with them right from the beginning, letting them know, and they're starting to think of which one of their friends are going to do it. But, like I said, having those phone numbers, oh my gosh, it's just awesome because I can text them, as soon as I see if they placed an order or, if they haven't placed an order, you can reach out to them either via email or text if they gave their phone number. So I feel like I have much more of a personal way to connect with them than I did before. So I'm really excited about it. So both parties were over $800. And I'm loving it. I love the ease of it. And I'm just excited.
Thanks.
And
Danielle.
to your point, Marna, with the engagement, that you can click and say and text them and say one thing, and, expecting a response and building that back and forth engagement. You can do the same thing with the table people, and it's not all for everyone to see on Facebook, so.
Yeah. Well,
and
Danielle, everybody wants you for training next week, so you're welcome. So Danielle to train next week. Woo, woo.
What?
Oh, in the chat, it's all saying in the chat, can Danielle train next week? Everybody likes that idea, Danielle. So
Oh my goodness.
you freaking get a whole week's notice. You're welcome.
we owe Marna.
Actually, I'm sorry. Next,
Marie and Patty, we really do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
let
Danielle.
me just say, my son is leaving for boot camp next Monday. I am not doing training next Monday because I am going to be crying like a baby.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you for his service.
yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, the good thing is we're not doing a call next Monday. But we're really talking about the 13th.
Oh, yeah. So there you go, Danielle.
So now you have 2 weeks notice.
Well, and I think the really important thing between now and then is for everybody to go on and get in there and do at least a mock party, if not a couple of parties. Ask your sisters, friends, whatever, do the pilot testing. Don't worry that it's been a pilot for a year. It's your pilot now, okay? And get in there and try some things and interact and ask what they liked, ask what they, how they engaged, whatever. The biggest thing is getting them to join the party, because what I found was people just went and ordered. They just went and ordered, which is great. I mean, that's in the end what we want them to do. But we really, you need to go to all the videos on the table tips. Go to that section on the actual table and click that tab, and there's a bunch of information in them, but then below that, there's all those small videos, how to get a table, party started, how to put a template in there, how to edit, how to do this, how to do that. That's what you guys all need to do. So you're not asking Danielle and Sarah, the Sarahs of the world, basic questions that are already there. Okay.
Nancy Joe, I love those videos. Those were great because they were so small. They were really short and to the point for each topic that you needed them to be on. And you guys, like the templates are done for us. Like Marna was saying, like she creates a template for our team each month. The templates are done for us from Pampered Chef. So we can go in, I go in and I made a little welcome video. You can make your own little videos to add each day for your posting if you want to. You can add to the templates that are already there, but like, why recreate the wheel if they're already done for us? Right.
And you guys use your phone. There's my phone. Use your phone to have the video running and do what they're actually telling you to do on your computer or your tablet, because then you can do what you learn. And that's really the best way to do it, because just sitting there watching it and listening to it all the time and not actually doing it, you don't learn. I don't know anybody that learns like that. So, but we, it is something that we have asked Pampered Chef as nationals for years to do this. Okay. We've literally asked for years, ever since we first started having Facebook problems. Think how many years ago that is. Well, they have invested millions into this. So we really need to give it our best effort to do this, and not to give up Facebook completely. Nobody is saying that. In fact, no. I kind of do both. I have the host put stuff on her Facebook page and leading them over to here, and reminding them, so you can kind of mesh the two. And the big thing is you have so much freedom on table with prices, with numbers, with talking about, so you're not sent to the marketplace in Facebook, all these different things, and you can share things with your teams so much easier. So really, you guys, it's going to be great if we make it great.
And also I just love the fact that, for people that aren't even on Facebook anymore, because I know a lot of people have left. And this particular, one of the hosts that I had this past week, she said she had to cancel her party because she didn't have Facebook anymore. And I was like, oh, I guess this is my jump to try table, because I wasn't going to let her go. So, we have so many new opportunities, and that they don't have to download an app, that it's no social media required. So many people that aren't on Facebook that we would have lost before are able to come over to this new party. And I
think another way for me to kind of ease into it is to create something for table. And then you can post the link in your Facebook parties too. I mean, you can still send people over there to, like you said, that virtual kitchen and all of that. I mean, we could all use it at least for that. You could load all your videos over there, just have a whole video collection. How great would that be even? So,
yeah, we can use both. And the other, I just lost it. The other thing that Danielle, you just said, crap, I hate being old. All right, I'll come back. But it really is going to be easier and engaging, and I just think we just need to jump in, jump in the water. It's warm, and shared rewards is a great way to do it. And by the way, you guys, I know we've been saying 24 or 48 hours. I would just use 24 hours, because really by the time you get on this, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, It's done. Shared rewards, all shared rewards parties are closing. So I would just use the, if you're going to do a shared rewards, it has to be 24 hours. Okay. And all the products that are on sale will be done on the 31st. So they'll
In
no
either
longer-
party, host rewards or shared rewards.
Right.
So everything, it's a hard close for shared rewards. You can keep your other parties open, but no longer will you be able to add to your cart the electrics.
on sale.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I'm really encouraging people to do too is to shop early for all their gift giving this year.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Because we don't know what's going to be happening in the world when it comes to supply and demand. So shop early. I had people buying Christmas presents on my shared rewards party. So shop
Great
early. I'm not saying Pampered Chef's going to be out. I'm just saying the world, the way it is. I mean, I know of people that had a 2-week when they were sold something, had a 2-week window, and they're up to 30 weeks waiting. So you guys, we just ordered umbrellas for a club I belong to. They said 12 weeks. 32 weeks. So, it's just the world we live in. So if you really want something for your family, for a holiday gift or for Thanksgiving, get it now. Get it
Yeah.
now,
For sure.
put some urgency to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we-
there-
Yeah,
Oh,
September could be Christmas shopping in September, Christmas in September. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's not too early to really
No.
sprinkle in the idea that holiday doesn't have to be Christmas, but yeah, I
Right.
like
Holiday. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Marna, Cora also asked about the last 2 days of our recruiting. So what
Oh,
good
thank
tips
you.
do you have for us?
Oh,
for
yeah,
recruiting?
Yeah, so I did have that in my notes. Thank you for Cora for reading my mind and
Yeah.
Patty. Not gonna lie here either. Recruiting for the company has not been stellar. It has not been stellar. So I want you to think of all the reasons why that might be and why what we're doing in the next 2 days could change that. First of all, consultants recruit when they're fat and happy with business. Then when we feel good, when we've got the bookings, when we've got the excitement, we recruit. And we have an amazing offer this month, okay? It is a free kit if they will just try the business. So during these reach outs for this electric appliance thing, we definitely want to encourage consultants to bring that piece to life. But I have an even better deal. It can be yours. It's really almost free because if they pay $279 for a kit, the rest of the stuff is worth way over $279. The electric is completely free. You could target it that way. It's $1,150 worth of stuff. So first use that. The second thing is, like with everything else, is to bring it to your team, bring it to life. So again, you could go live and you could be sharing that this is the perfect time to reach out to 10 leads between now and the end of the month. Who do you know that would love to get our kit completely for free? Talk to them about family and friends and past hosts and such. And maybe challenge them each day for today and tomorrow to do those 10 reach outs. If they reach out to 20 people, they'll probably get a recruit. And then give them all the reasons why now is the best time. I mean, we're on the precipice of our biggest selling season. Kids are going back to school. It's going to be a more normal life. We've got a new program like Danielle is already using and Charisse or whoever that can streamline your business in the virtual world. We've got a 60% off sale coming up in September for any item. So new consultants can use that to get their bookings, right? They can say to their family and friends, oh my God, I just started. And guess what? I can give you 60% of anything you want. You could start doing recruiting. I mean, I've recruited 2 this month, 2. Whoopee. Woo. Not the greatest. And but this is what you just have to wrap your head around. I mean, I'm going to do the best I can in the next 2 days to change it all. And you guys will too. And you have to, again, bring it to life. I think that as the employment situation in the country hopefully resolves itself and we get people thinking about working instead of how many more weeks can I milk this, we will be able to get people to work. I mean, guys, big corporations can't fill their spots. the one thing I will say, I mean, this is not to be Debbie Downer, but this has been the year of the great resign, is what all my kids who are in business say. Their business are being decimated with high paying earners just leaving their jobs. They don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want. And I just heard on one of the morning shows, this is a point to use in recruiting, is that when people do online job searches, the words work from home are included in 5 times as many searches as anything else. People want to work from home, and that's what we can offer them. They don't, I mean, a lot of businesses are doing what? Making their people go back to the office. And that's one of the reasons for the great resign. They don't want to go back to the office. Do you know anybody that's in that situation?
Wow.
That their offices are saying, well, okay, we can come back. They don't want it. So we can offer them that. We can use that statistic and say, there's no office to ever go to with Pampered Chef. Your office is your pool. Your office is your vacation. We have what you're looking for. And, you know, like I always try to figure out what's going on. And that's what's going on right now. And so we can use that. So friends and family sales, somebody just mentioned, someone's husband just took a sabbatical from a good paying job. It's true. And so they're going to need an alternative. And we have a work from home that really does work. So focus on it. You guys, you know, even if you can get your 2 recruits in the next 2 days, just imagine what that'll do for your September sales, because these people are going to be humping for their 1250. 2 people are going to bring in 2,500 team sales, most likely. And that can be team changing for many small teams. Wow. So recruiting, it's just a matter of focusing on it. Again, I know we've got, you know, the challenge of trying to sell the electrics, but if we include the recruiting piece, it can all work together. And hopefully we'll have some new peeps coming on board to share all our fun stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Marna. You've been amazing. As you
Oh,
can
thanks.
chat. The other thing I just want to mention is federal unemployment benefits end September 4th. So a lot of people, are going to be changing what, looking at, oh, I need something else. So that's ending September 4th. And of course, you all know that we're 1099. They're not going to get a paycheck before September 4th. So you can use that if people say, well, I'm on unemployment, whatever the reasoning is, be not wanting to go out and get other jobs, you can work from home, just like Marna is saying, and get going even before your benefits are going to drop. You can get going right now.
That's a great segue connection, because it is going to stop September 4th. And we don't need we can get them going right away.
Right. You can have a paycheck by the next time you would have gotten an unemployment check. So needless to say, we need to reach out, really connect with people. The company really has given us everything that we could possibly want or need to make it a great month. And I do think everybody's readjusting and going from there. No, you're not alone in the summer slump. But our greatest season is right here.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? We have product and we have shipping under control. Think of last fall season. All right. If we even dare, all right, you should be feeling really, really great about the business going into September with the amount of products we have and the amount of days it takes to ship to get to people. You should be feeling awesome about our company and awesome about what you have to offer. And there's so many more people working right now than there was a year ago. I mean, it's about the same number of people, but we didn't have product or shipping going on. So you guys, we're in a perfect spot to soar. And it really is up to you. Marna, you gave us such great ideas. Thank you.
I hope so.
And
Absolutely.
we owe you like more than a gift certificate, but more like dinner, okay? I'll fly out to Florida, okay?
Wait, I said Nancy Joe said I could have anything if she could do anything for me. He said, tell her we want her Florida house for a week. I said, okay, that's what I'll do. So
Right. There you go.
the next time she travels, we're gonna take it over. But no, I love hanging out with you guys. So thank you for letting me share. And I some other time we'll talk about, numbers and the 3 ways that you can make your monthly goal, there's really 4. You can do it all yourself. You can recruit 2 new people who are going to bring in excitement and sales. You can engage everybody on your team and try to get everybody to do a little, like if everybody on your team sold 1 electric, how amazing would that impact your bottom line? I mean, it's huge. Or you can focus on your top 5 consultants and develop then in to get more. I mean, you can do all of them. You can focus on 1 a week, but as leaders, you have to figure out what can I use to build the big picture and build the team. And we have a lot of resources. The thing is, go back to my use it or lose, don't lose it. Use what you've got and figure out. There's always a way to make things happen. If it's a 2-day sale, if your team has 3,000 guys, you are like 10 quick cookers away from directorship.
Right.
Put that vision out there.
That's a
We
great
can make
point. I
it.
love that. I love that.
We can make it in 2 days. We can sell 10 quick cookers between the 20 of us. Who's
That's
going to help? You can do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
put them in. Remember Marna's great tip about PC dollars for giving away something. So
Prize if you've got PC dollars.
yes,
You got it.
yes. So thank you so much.
Okay,
Marna.
guys.
You are absolutely the bomb.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Marna.
Love you, love you, love you.
Can't
And-
lose this
and You'll be
recording.
the first ones.
No
I'm gonna
way.
call. No way. Come and cancel it.
We should end the recording just in case anybody wants to stay to chat.
Okay. Thank you, Marna.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Marna.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Marna.